Hello everyone, I'm laying flat to try and help my back, and also it's the only place I can edit, so I'm editing at the moment on my iPad using an app called LumaFusion, and I can do that without much problem. So it's time for a new series, and this is the series that changed everything for us. It's our trip to France back in June, where it all went wrong at the end, and that led to the major change in the thinking about what sort of van we need. So keep watching and find out what happened. Welcome back to the channel. It's the 8th of June and we're currently waiting in a queue for the ferry from Newhaven to Dieppe. We normally take the tunnel, but Newhaven is pretty close to us, so we thought we'd give this crossing a try. Okay. It's quite busy because lots of people are on their way to the Le Mans 24-hour race. I joined the queue for breakfast first, whilst Carol secured the table and the bags. Then Daisy May took her turn.
I'm starting to run out of things.
So the big tip I'd give you on this ferry is don't get fed up with the queue for breakfast, because if you go back when the queue is down, there'll be no food left. How was your breakfast, Bunny?
Planned out really well. You don't have to have the 7 items for the set price. You can pick and choose what you want, and they charge you £1.20 per item. So mine worked out cheaper. I only had 4 items.
After breakfast, we went up on deck to say goodbye to Blighty.
You can still see England. It's very rocky, considering we thought it was quite a calm day. It's a big old boat.
I think it's the mark of an old ship, because we're rocking around a lot and the sea's not particularly rough. Well, I think we both decided we wouldn't do this crossing again. Everything on this boat is ultra slow, including getting off. There's a big old queue to get off.
So 20 minutes to get off the ferry.
Yeah.
Now, apparently there is a passport check here as well, we were told.
You can feel the waves hitting this thing we're on.
Yeah, there's a swell coming in the harbour. We've got a Bilbo's California in front of us. Wonder if we'll get ours.
I've got a horrible feeling we won't get ours. I don't think they're going to build it in time. That's just my thoughts. So we just made an executive decision. We're not going back this way. We were going to come back on the ferry, weren't we? But we'll go back via the tunnel instead.
Yeah, so much quicker.
Yeah. It's always more expensive to only book one-way journeys, but it does give you a lot more freedom when things go wrong. And little did we know, but things were going to go wrong on this trip. Oh, that's the air. That's the air there, isn't it? That
in here.
A lot of people stay out.
Oh, right. Air to come in car. Oh, yeah. There's cars in one section and motorhomes in this bit.
We need to pull over and get our bearings. Park here for a minute, have a cup of tea or something. It's more interesting, more going on, isn't there? That's the ship we just came in on. So we park up here for a little while and work out what we want to do. We haven't got any plans other than we're going to the Loire Valley. I'd feel a bit queasy if I was on that white boat.
So loud.
So we're just driving out of Dieppe. just getting used to the pedestrian crossings, cyclists, and driving on the right. It's taking a while. Our favourite supermarket.
This is Leclerc. You're not supposed to bring food across from the UK, so we need to stock up. Where are we going? This way? We're thinking of you here, Stu and Jane. Getaway geese have a Groot on their dashboard. It's massive, isn't it?
Massive!
I fancy these for pudding. What is it?
I've never seen one of these. It's an 8-person mille-feuille.
Oh,
Like a
beautiful.
giant one. You can cut.
Nice bit of beef tongue there for you, Bunny.
Yeah, I
Do you
didn't
know how
realise they were so fat.
But do you know how to cook it?
No, which?
They look nice. Shall we get some of them for tomorrow?
Yeah, you can have beef or pork.
So tonight we're going to have something with spaghetti. Yummy. Look out for some prawns. Big church, isn't it?
Massive.
A small place.
Such a tiny little town.
Yeah.
No
People.
cars allowed up there.
No.
What's in here though? Yeah, this is the air. Is it a proper air? Did it say?
I don't know.
Looks like it. This is other.
This is a lovely little spot. We're back in France, Bunny.
Yeah, feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. This is what we are going to use tonight for our evening meal. Prawn spaghetti. So, first thing is get the old spaghetti cooked and then we can set that aside. Their prawns are always delicious, I think. And tonight I'm trying this Alvaringum ruby beer.
Let me try one of these prawns. Lots of flavour.
Yeah, those prawns are delicious. So it works well with the soup.
Yep.
Absolutely delicious. It's quite sweet.
I'm drinking this beer, raspberry beer from St. Omer. It's only 2.8% alcohol.
What's it like?
It's very raspberry.
Well, one should hope so if that's the name on the bottle.
It's delicious.
Good. Now, don't they look lovely? Pudding time. Okay, let's get them dished up. They're very good, aren't they?
Well, the pastry is just totally different.
Yeah,
Everything
it
that you
is.
get. That's got so much flavour.
Yeah, exactly.
And the cream is so creamy and custardy,
Delicious, aren't they?
full of flavour.
Go on and go for another bite.
It's all going in one.
All right then. Beautiful evening out there, Bunny.
Yeah. Let's go for a walk.
No, I don't want to get bitten. Had a tragedy last night. one of our fans passed away after several years loyal service. It finally packed up, so we're down to one fan and it's hot, so we're gonna have to have a look out for one. Well, I have to say this is a new experience for us. We're not used to the heat. Luckily though, I've got plenty of space blankets with me to keep the heat out. A few magnets to hold them in place, and the job's a good one. I know having them on the outside looks a mess, but to be honest, I don't really care about that. That's where the pan lives. And we use a little magnet to trap the bin in its position so it doesn't fall over when we're driving. How's it feeling?
It's warm, you don't want it too hot.
No, I don't know. So these are panna raisin burr. So raisins, and is it dough or pastry? It's a sort of mix between the two, isn't it? Not bad. So far this little Osmo Action 3 has been bloody useless, I would say. I have real problems with the sound because you get real clipping going on, which sometimes makes the clip totally unusable. So in two minds whether to keep this camera or to get shot. So the plan is we're going to hold up here until this afternoon, let the sun go down a little bit, then we're going to take a walk up to a nearby castle. These barriers and rocks threw us yesterday. We tried to come in the other end at first and that was all blocked off with railings, and then when we saw these we thought they'd suspended camping here, but luckily this is the entrance to where you can camp. It's unusual for us to be camped with other people. So hopefully you can see that. 32 degrees centigrade in the van, and the vast majority of the heat is coming off the tent, which is directly in the sun. So I'm beginning to think we should keep the roof down when it's this hot, because at least then it won't be generating this heat. These windows with the thing outside, well, that one's open, but this is absolutely cold to touch. I've been looking to see if I could fit some of the reflective to the roof, but unfortunately nothing up there seems to be magnetic, so I'll have to think a bit more about that. So experiment time. I've just pulled the roof down. Let's see if the temperature drops. It was 32. Well, so far we're having a lovely lazy morning here by the lakes.
It's too hot in the sun, so I've come into the shade.
That's saying something for you really, isn't it? Because you're a sun lover.
Don't want to overdo it.
No, we don't. Right, it's suddenly got really busy here with Frenchmen, so we're going to make a move, try and find a fan. Can you do it?
Yeah.
Well done. So I've got a bit of a problem with the microphones on this camera, so we're not going to be using them, so apologies if there's any audio that's a little bit difficult to hear. Here we are again. So our options are a rechargeable USB desk fan, a mini air cooler which has water in it, which sounds good, but we're wondering what would we do with it when we're driving. Carol likes these little fans, but my only issue with that is they're only really good if you're holding it, so we need a hands-free solution. Okay, decision made. I'm going to get one of these. They're only €19, and at least then if we're sat in the van we can both have cool air directed towards us. And thus we made our second mistake. Got some glass cleaner for the windows. Charlie Brown's enjoying the air conditioning. Yeah, okay, so you need some cheese now then. Okay, Port Salut, that'll do.
Have a plan, so we're going to head towards the castle we want to look at and hopefully find some shade where we can have lunch.
1 metre.
Yeah,
Do that.
seen lots of cars coming this way. Through the trees somewhere is the castle.
We're off up to the castle. It'll be a bit of a climb, isn't it, Bunny? And this used to be the castle wall. They've cut through it. It's lovely when you hit a piece of shade. You look like you're having a heart attack. Oh dear. Okay, will you set the pace? Neither of us are used to this heat, and walking up the hill doesn't help either, but the views are going to be worth it. So shade is going to be the big thing on this trip, I think, if it keeps up like this. Because even with the reflectives on, it still gets hot in the van, but nowhere near as hot as it would be without them. This little car park is where we were trying to get to, but it had a no entry sign at the bottom. Well, we can't get in. It's not a surprise really, because it did say on Google that the place was closed. What a shame. The little towns look so pretty. Yeah. There's sirens all over the place today. I guess they're all on high alert after that terrorist attack yesterday in Annecy. And what that place is down there, look, that's got the dome roof. We continued our walk around the castle and saw that there were a whole load of goats that were obviously helping to keep the grass and bushes down. If only it was possible to go back in time and see these places as they were. Alright Daisy, take it slow.
Easier walking back.
Yeah. These huge banks, you can see just how difficult it would have been to attack this castle. We're out the wind here, and boy is it hot. What a beautiful place to live. It's even too hot for the flower pot men.
Half of this each.
Yeah,
Got a bit up.
too righty. That looks like cheese inside it to me. We sat outside and enjoyed our lunch, and then it was time to fill up the water.
You need to drink a lot, don't you?
Yeah. We spotted a little place in the shade, haven't we?
Yeah, it's a little air. And it's by some trees, so we've got some shade.
Okay, let's have a cup of tea. Sadly, it's also by a blooming busy road, but beggars can't be choosers. Well, at least we get a little bit of cool air out of this new gadget. Refreshed by a cup of tea, it's time to get moving again. And it'll soon be time to find a park up for the night. It's so much nicer sticking to the quieter roads where you get to see all the buildings. Well, that's impressive. We've found a secluded little park up on Park for Night, so hopefully that will be good. Every town seems to have its own massive church. It's tight, isn't it?
It is.
The park up is just down here at the end of this track.
Someone else here. I don't know what that is at the end. It's all blocked off anyway, no entry.
We've got a nice breeze here. Well, it's nice and peaceful, and we're the only ones here, and that's always a bonus. Chair assembling maestro.
No magic.
These chairs are expensive, but they've really proved their worth. Bit windy out here, but we'll be alright, I think. There, you've got a little bit of seasoning on it now. So this thing wasn't cooking very well at all. I've just run out of gas, so obviously there's an old canister in there. We've got a new one on now, but it's still not as hot as I thought it would be.
It's alright, isn't it? No one else here? Very quiet.
I made a mistake really, didn't I? Because we got a 2-burner hob that I bought just in case we had power cuts
Yeah.
that I could have put and connected to the back of the van.
To the LPG?
Yeah,
Why don't we ring that?
I just forgot all about it. I think it's up in the loft. So I just added a sachet of pepper sauce. I tried a bit of this beef and it is tough as old boots, and I don't get it because they're sold as kebabs, and kebabs normally on an open fire would only take a few minutes. Should have gone for the pork. Right, Chutney, you ready to dish up? So you're going to find this meat a little bit tough, Bunny.
Okay, I can live with that.
You see. See when you try a bit.
Couscous smells nice. The
Good.
spicy one.
Good.
Yeah, so looks like we are going to eat most of it anyway.
Well, I'll dish it all
Well,
up.
we'll
shall I?
see. Yeah.
Cheers. Let's see what you think of it.
I'll try one of your ruby beers tonight.
Mm.
Very nice.
It is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Deep flavour. Right, you wait till you try a bit of the beef. Try a little bit and see how you get on. You can't even get it on your fork, can you? We've been had, Charlie Brown.
Not the tenderest bit of beef I've
No.
had.
Oh well, let's see. Well, that beef turned out to be quite nice in the end, so I take it all back. What did you reckon?
I had one bit that I just couldn't chew. I had to go in the bin. But the rest of it was alright.
Yeah, fine. Well, that's all for this episode. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a like, hit subscribe and share us with your friends. We'll catch you in the next one.